Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, today is Small Business Saturday, and there's an art show that I'm gonna go to. I want to circle back to another goal of mine that I made last week, and I'm going to continue it because I feel so much better. I no longer make uncontrolled left turns on the road when I drive, so I'll make them at the stoplights and four-way stops, but anything that requires me to go into like a main road from like a side street, especially just outside where I live on one of those streets that connects to a four-lane highway. It's called Baseline Road. I'll let you Google that. There's a lot of streets that run off of it, right? 40th, 42nd, 43rd, 44th, and when you make a left turn from that, it's really scary. Like sometimes in the past when I've made left turns onto Baseline Road, I almost expect to get hit. I almost position myself to get hit. That's how scary that road is. Because you can look and things could change in an instant, right? I also learned, even though Baseline Road has a very expansive sidewalk, you have to be extremely careful about people making left turns. Right turns, maybe not so much, right? Somebody's turning right onto, let's say, from Baseline to 43rd, and you're crossing 43rd. That might not be so bad, right? They could usually slow down and stop. But somebody making a left turn, oh my God, they're not going to stop halfway through oncoming traffic, right? I almost sometimes think I need to carry some kind of horn, because once people turn, they're not looking, they're thinking about something else. They might be hyper focused on where else they're going after that turn, right? Anyway, have you ever been crossing some street and all of a sudden you realize somebody isn't seeing you? You have to run, right? Leave a comment if you have ever experienced that. Unfortunately, here in Phoenix, I experience it at least twice a month, I want to say. I can think of too many times I've experienced it since coming here. I can't say I've had so many of those experiences over in Seattle. I can't say that. But one thing I noticed since quitting making left turns, my anxiety level is down while driving, but I also noticed that it's very easy to get lost. When I first moved to Phoenix, it took me a long time to understand the roads of Phoenix. Up until a few weeks ago, I had to use GPS just to find my way to Phoenix College from here, even though I've made the drive like at least 100 times. And I have to use my GPS again now that I've quit making left turns. What's really frustrating is that there's no way to set it on there. You have to make a right turn and then wait for the GPS to redirect you, and then redirect you using another left turn. Then you make another right turn. And my first day doing that, I spent an hour on the road. But it was totally worth it, because I realized I could get where I'm going without any left turns. What we really need is, first of all, navigation software that doesn't make left turns, right? Maybe I'll program one of these days. I'll have to see where one can download data for a given city's streets, right? And then I can program the navigation. At least do it for Phoenix, right? Maybe not for the world map, because that's probably too big to download. I'll look into that at some point. But it was a mixed bag. A lot less stress in terms of potentials for collision, a lot more stress in terms of getting lost, but at the same time, a lot of feel good from the activism that I'm doing, right? Which is great. Certainly beats all the road rage. I got involved with some road rage while carpooling with my coworker because, first of all, I don't think he has any fear of left turns, and second, he was eating while driving. And as he was doing that, and I looked, and he was, it drives me nuts when people talk about all these drugs that kids are getting involved in. But the number one drug that nobody talks about is how kids abuse their food, right? So I remember when I was a kid, I was a little taken aback when I learned in 5th grade that when I was in 5th grade, we used to have counselors come in to talk about the dangers of smoking, the dangers of drinking. And I learned that the average smoker starts at the age of 12. I wonder at what age kids start to abuse they're eating, right? It would be a lot lower than 12, I would imagine. So there's your gateway drug right there, if you believe in gateway drugs. But my coworker obviously needed to stuff his face a lot more so than he needed to pay attention to the road. And unfortunately, it's really normalized these days. Right? Just a few days ago, Travis Kelce was talking about how he misses Taylor Swift so much, and he's going to sit at home and stuff his face with KFC. Imagine if Travis Kelce had said anything other than food. Right? He's going to get himself bombed on weed or alcohol. He's going to drink like a whole 24-pack of beer. Or he's going to shoot heroin or fentanyl, or even just take a bunch of Tylenol, or drink a lot of caffeine, right? Imagine if it were anything other than KFC, right? I don't think we would be okay with him saying that on national television, especially for our kids to hear, right? And for some reason, if it's KFC, A-okay, right? I don't know why. I really don't. But my coworker was obviously an addict, and I was telling him not to eat and drive, and he got very upset at me. He said, "What's the problem with eating and driving? Everybody has to eat, and I can drive with one hand." And he put his hand behind his back to show that he could drive with one hand. Scared the crap out of me. Fortunately, we were only a few blocks from the college. He stopped at a red light, and I jumped out. And when I did, I forgot a bunch of stuff in his car, and now I have to confront him just to get my fucking stuff back from him. This is really frustrating, And now that I'm all relaxed, I'm so ready to apologize to him and just say that I had a lot of stress going on, and I believe in good driving, so. Why don't we find another way to eat? And I'm so ready to talk to him again now that I'm feeling good again. Now, last week there was another colleague that gave me a lot of drama. I got very, I don't know if this is motion sickness or maybe it's part of my autism and sensory overload. One of my colleagues is very heavy set, and when he goes into the break room, his motions really drive me nuts. Opening the fridge, opening the microwave, the opening and closing of the doors, the way he types on his laptop, it drove me nuts. And I've been trying to, social distance myself from him, and I feel badly about it. Now that I'm feeling good again from these last couple of weeks of taking good care of myself, I don't know how I'll feel when I go back to the break room, but I'll give it another try to sit around him and see how I feel. If it's too distracting, I'll have to think about how to play this out, right? Maybe I'll talk to him about something else to forget about that and see what I can do, right? But last week it was driving me nuts. I would go to the break room and see him there and go, and he probably saw that, right? Maybe I could open up about my autism as well next time I talk to him. I apologize, I've been walking away from you. It's not you, it's me, right? See how that goes. Anyways, I feel so much better now. I hope you'll join me in not making left turns and certainly not eating while driving. And think hard about your eating habit. Don't be a junkie, right? Don't be Travis Kelce and stuffing your face. And there are other fun things in this world, right? Maybe he wasn't going to go to Brazil at the moment, but there's other fun things here in the United States other than stuffing your face with KFC. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.